so I can see it. Alright, so now this bracket in theory should slide off easier than this. I'll just show that to the rest of you in case anyone else is doing something like this. When you're looking down on it, there's this little tab here where the actual carb body has a little pin that sits through it. And all I did to break it, I couldn't get it to go there, all I did is put the screwdriver, you can't see what I'm looking at there, put the screwdriver in there and popped up on it. And it seems to break loose right away, so there you go. Another piece to clean. Yay. Remove the bracket. Carefully separate the number 1 and number 4 carburetors. Separate the carburetors horizontally to prevent damage to the fuel and air joint, pipes, and choke. Like so. I just took this off on the one side. I'm just being careful right now because there's this spring and I don't know where it's going to go. I don't really know. I don't really know what points hold this on here and where it's supposed to be separating from, so. Like so. So this is what they're saying, these two fuel lines here, remove horizontally. There's a washer on each one there. You don't want to damage any of that. Well, safe to say, we've crossed the line of comfort. Now to get these off, I'm just kind of wiggling and pulling at the same time. Oh god. going to play with it too much, but from the best of my knowledge, this is the piece that goes inside the carb. And as you pull up and down, it takes this pin in and out of the whatever hole it goes in there and tells how much fuel to let in. But this, as far as I know, is supposed to come out. And it's not. So what we will do is slide it back inside there. With these little pieces. Maybe not. So, just for, so I know what the hell's going on for later, I'm leaving these as assembled as possible for right now. So that's, I need a bigger table. So that's number 1. This is number 4. And they go that way. The good news about having this camera on, I can pretend I'm talking to you guys, not myself. Loosen the throttle linkage set screw, lock, and nut. Carefully separate the number 2 and 3 carburetors. Throttle linkage and throttle shaft. Throttle linkage, set screw, lock, and nut. So, on the top of this, in a very dirty spot, there is this guy here. That locking nut there, I guess, holds these two carbs together on the throttle arm there. Okay. You gonna be tender again? Awesome. So that's also a 10 mil on this one for the lock nut. Probably doesn't have to come all the way off, but I want to wipe it down. Totally gonna have to edit this video, but whatever. This looks like a little Allen head nut here, so bear with me. Will I find the right one? These kits, by the way, are the worst. Seriously. Alright, my guess is going to be this one. Okay. Minus the dirt. If anyone is working on a 79 Honda CB650 with the PD style, I think it's a PD50, maybe I can't remember. Whatever, the PD style keyhit carbs on a 1979 Honda CB650 uses a number 3 Allen head to loosen this nut. So what do you think the chances of this all going back together are going to be? Ow! If you're taking apart a set of carbs, and you loosen off that spring, or that nut, the shaft is spring loaded and will whip in a nice circular motion into your pinky finger. This spring here, the throttle spring, will whip this body around and smash your hand. But now, these two should come apart. Again, I'm just wiggling and pulling at the same time. I can separate them. Might have jumped the gun. So this whole throttle control piece here is right now just held on by this little spring, but there's a washer that fell off of here. And now I'm just worried about taking this all the way apart. Well, that happened. Try your best to keep all the pieces together so you can find them all later. This piece here, basically where your throttle cable clips in there and there. It sits on the bike, so when you pull the throttle, it pulls everything. the sake of my own reference, I need to show you this as to how it goes back on the body, where everything sits, just so I can figure that out later. I'll take the spring. There's a little spring here that just holds onto that piece and then loops back onto this piece here. Wow. And I got a crap load of mosquitoes here. Citronella candle ain't doing nothing. But okay, that's all apart to where I need it to be. I should have looked where the springs joined up, but I'll got the manual still, I can figure that out. He says that now. Anyway, the purpose of this bolt is now, the whole reason for me wanting to do this was not so I could see what my carb looks like taken apart, but was to take off these other covers for the valve cutoffs and see what's going on inside there. Just little low tones. Yeah, so that answers that question. Inside of all of these carbs, the air cutoff valves have been siliconed over. So, for now, we're going to leave it as is. I guess what I'll do is I'll clean it up and I'll put it back together and run it without the air cutoff valves for now. It's been running so far without it. And that way I can just kind of see when it's all tuned properly if it makes a big enough difference that I actually want to order the parts or not. But for now I'll stop, clean everything up. I'm not going to make a video of that. Spray carb cleaner on it and use a toothbrush or something and clean all the gunk off. And then I'll put it all back together. Kill mosquitoes. So yeah, comment everything. Let me know if anyone wants to see the video of me putting it all back together. I'll record that one as well, and then we'll go from there on this journey and see where we end up. That's it for now. Later, Internet.